This is Keita. I hope you guys are having a happy holiday. Mines have been mine. I expected. My holidays are kind of rocky since I moved out of Baltimore, but it's cool. We always get through whatever it is. And holidays are holidays. It is what it is to me. I don't have no kids, so Christmas is more for the dog and me and him. Me giving to him. I don't really, I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys are having a happy holiday. So listen, right? I watched this TV show called Couples Court. Now, what turned me on to the show was that, well, one, I watched court TV, and two, I kind of got tired of divorce court. So when I heard that there was going to be a TV show coming on TV called Couples Court, where the judges were married and they were basically just ruling on the relationship, it intrigued me. So I watched the first episode and I've been hooked ever since. So this video is not about that, but it is about what I seen on that. Now, today episode, okay, the lady was 39 and her boyfriend was 21. And she's sick. She had cancer, I believe. And so she started dating younger men. She didn't really elaborate on that. So I can't really elaborate on that. Sorry. Anywho, so before I get to that, hold on. Before I get to that, if you guys could like, share, and subscribe to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. It would help a whole lot. I also have a Patreon website now. Yay. I'm working on it. I'm getting it up. I'll have the link in the description in this one. So if you guys want to go and follow and subscribe to that, that would be great. It will help the channel. It will help with cameras and lights and all that good stuff to make this channel a better channel. So I would greatly appreciate it. But if not, that's cool too. I'm going to keep on doing this because it makes me happy. And even if you don't go to my Patreon, liking and sharing and subscribing to this channel also helps me just as much. Anyway. So the lady was 39. The guy was between 20 and 21. I want to tell y'all 21. I'm hoping that I'm right because that would be a really big age gap. But anyway, she had an expectation of this 21-year-old man, her as an almost 40-year-old woman. And her expectation was that they would be together and get married. And they had only been dating for 6 months. And of course, him being 21, he doesn't really want to do anything. He sees an opportunity in her because she, granted she's sick. She's also collecting checks and she's also still going to work. So maybe like 2 weeks of them being together, he's like, we should move in together. Like, you want to be my girl? You want to be with me? Let me live with you. And she said no, thank God. She felt like that was just all too fast. But because she said no, he then proceeds for the next couple of months to not include her in anything. And I mean anything. Family cookouts, just meeting his mama in general. And he was cheating. Lie detector test determined he was a liar. And he was a cheating liar, but he was an emotional cheater. He didn't have any physical sex with these women. It was all emotional. It was all just pure talking and all that good stuff. But to me, cheating is cheating. I don't care. I don't care if you stick your little penis in somebody else. If you are giving someone false hope, okay, that you guys can be together or something's going to come from your talking, it is still cheating. You're opening up a window, okay, to somebody else to climb on the hell through. Cheating starts in your head, folks. Okay? So yes, emotional cheating is a goddamn thing. I'm sorry, but it is. It starts up here. If you already got it in your head that this is somebody that you could consider doing anything with, hanging with, chicken, no, that's cheating. It's cheating. It starts in your head and then it moves on down. Next thing you know, it ends up in the bedroom. So he's a cheater. Anyway, so she finds out that he was emotionally cheating, as people like to do, but I call it cheating. And she's like, well, thank you for not, physically cheating on me, but it seems like you are on your way to cheating. So one of the judges says to her, well, why did you want to date somebody so young anyway? And she's just like, I just thought it would just be better. I mean, literally, that was her elaboration. So I guess she just thought it would be better. So my beef is the age gap and the expectation that you have of somebody that's younger than you. And the expectation that you have of somebody that's older than you. Like, they not your mama. They not your daddy. They not there to take care of you. So, like, if you're going into a relationship with somebody older with the expectation that they're going to care for you the way they would care for one of their kids, well then fuck it. Just like, listen, go home, go live with your parent. Oh, your parent don't want to take care of you because you grown? Oh, all right then. That's usually how that shit happens, you know. Sorry, y'all, but that's the truth. Like, that's usually what happens. We get grown and we got to care for ourselves, and you know, that's just what it is. But I'm learning as I get older that it is a lot of people in the world who want to be taken care of. And don't get me wrong, if that is an agreement that you guys have, that piece of hair is bugging me. Sorry, y'all. If that is an agreement that you guys have, that, you know, you're going to stay at home and he's going to take care of the bill, that's your agreement. That's your agreement. I'm not judging that. I think if you want to be a stay-at-home person, because I know that women are not just the only ones, that's cool. But should it be an expectation? Should that be what you're going into the relationship for? So therefore, you know, somebody in your age bracket may not be able to care for you the same way. So you start dating someone older so that they can take care of you. That's crazy as hell to me. I don't understand that. Like, you're not even dating for love. You're dating for convenience. And that's basically what was going on there. And don't get me wrong, older people, I got beef with y'all too. Because y'all set that up. Y'all set that up. You know how you set that up? Because you try to keep the younger person happy. So you're out buying Jordans and Xboxes and weaves and nails, and you're taking them on expensive ass trips, and you're trying to impress them and let them see how life could be if they were only with you. And that person decides, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. This is life right here. Like, hell yeah, we done went to Thailand. We done did this. We done did this. They took me on a cruise. You set yourself up. You set yourself up because you didn't enter it for love. You entered it for convenience too. You're young. You look good on my arm. You look good generally. Just, you know. So yeah, like, we can do this. Like, we can make it work. And then when you're tired of taking care of them, you're pissed because you don't understand why they won't go and get a job. You don't understand, men, why that woman that you went all out for and you do everything for, when you down and you out, you don't understand why she can't go wash dishes in somebody's restaurant to help pay bills. Women, you don't understand why after you done bought all these Xboxes and these cars and you done made him, you done upgraded him, why this nigga can't go flip a burger at McDonald's to help you pay some bills. Why? Why should they? Because you've made it all too convenient for them. You haven't put out there that there needs to be a form of teamwork. You haven't put out there that this is something that you don't plan on doing forever. This is what you do because you want to do it, not because you have to. You set unrealistic expectations in the beginning. Then you go marry them. And you get pissed. I can't believe they were cheating on me. No, they shouldn't have cheated on you. They should not have. But there's always, like, in a lot of cases, there's something missing for somebody. And I mean that overall, there's something missing. There's an element of love. There's an element of fun. There's an element of, I'm not your kid, or you're not my child. So they go and they venture off, and yes, they should definitely just break the fuck up with you. I am a firm believer of just, you know, letting it all go. If you are not happy, leave. Do not cheat. Do not continue to drag something out that you don't want. Yes, you should definitely leave. However, you are convenient. You pay my bills. I can't leave you. Them tennis shoes are coming out. Are you crazy? I'm not leaving her. And they take your money and spend it on someone else. That's what they do. Okay, you pay all the bills and all that, and then they go take it and they spend it on the next person. Like, who you think be fronting these trips when your girl be going to Miami? Or when your man want to go to Vegas? Like, who you think pay for that? You? So, like, it upset me because the way she was even speaking to him in front of the judges was like she was talking to her son. Seriously, like, I'm ready to get married. He 21. He ain't ready to get married. I mean, maybe not to you, though. He not ready for that. And she like, well, you know, he tells her, you know, one day I want that. One day I want to get married and I want that, you know, but just, I don't know, just not right now. You know, I'm just trying to figure it out. And she gets pissy like, well, let me go then. He's 21. He's 21. What was the expectation here? Did you expect to get this 21-year-old by him? Because Listen, y'all, she had a list of things. She was like, oh, I buy him tennis shoes and I helped him pay his phone bills, and she was buying his love. And when he wasn't ready to get married in the 6 months that they've been together, now we on couples court, and she's trying to like get a lie detector test. And again, he was emotionally cheating because emotionally he's not ready for what she's ready for. Emotionally, as a 21-year-old, that's just not what some people's mindsets are. I was 21 when I was exed, into the union of a marriage. And I pushed it off till I was 22. And I didn't walk into that marriage. I did. I lied. I walked into that marriage with an expectation, but not the expectation to be taken care of. Aaron is older than me. Like I say, 4 years older than me. I walked into that with the expectation of, well, you're older, so you should be more mature. So I had an expectation of, you should know more about life than I do. You've been here longer. 4 years longer than I have. But I've learned that saying about women mature a little bit, faster was kind of true. And I always try to not believe that because I don't know. I just try not to believe that. I mean, I see it, but sometimes it's the person. It's not about your age. It's just the person in general. Like, I know some women that I'm more mature than, and they grown, like 50, 60 years old, and I don't act the way they do. So I try not to put that stigma on, girls and guys or whatever. So the expectations, y'all, like, the best advice I got from somebody is please don't walk into any relationship with an expectation. The only thing, and you need to, and I say that to say, you have to talk to somebody. And I think that's where that couple went wrong. They didn't talk to each other. She didn't explain to him how soon she was trying to get married. And he didn't explain to her that I am not emotionally available for you to be in a serious relationship. Like, this is something for me to do. And I know that it would probably have pissed her off to hear him say that, but how serious would she have gotten with him if he had told her the truth? How serious, how far would he have pushed if she'd have been like, I'm looking to get married in the next year. So the next 6 months of this relationship is just going to be courting. And then after that, I'm expecting to have an engagement ring. And then after that, by the first year anniversary, we should be planning a wedding. She'd have told him that. She'd have sounded crazy as fuck. But if that's what you want out of life, ladies and gentlemen, please tell people the truth so that they can make a decision if that's what they want. Because listen, he wasn't ready, y'all. I'm not saying that people that got age gaps shouldn't date each other. I just think there's a different level of communication that needs to be had for them. Like, it's not the same as two 21-year-olds dating each other. Even then, you should have some type of conversation, but it's definitely a different one when I'm in my 30s and my late 30s and you in your early 20s, and I'm ready to settle down and have babies or what the hell ever, and I'm expecting you to want to do the same thing. No. He's not, and she's not. And if you find somebody that do, you need to make sure that is because that's what they want and not out of convenience. Not because, well, I know if I marry him, he's going to take care of me and the kid. And then when she's in her late 20s, pushing her 30s, now she resents you. I don't know if y'all ever seen, Iyanla. I say her name wrong, y'all. I'm sorry. I do. I'm bad with people's names. But, the lady that comes on Iyanla Fix My Life, there was an series she did, like 3-part episode or something. It was all marriage counseling and it was all this, and it was a guy on there and it was an age difference. He had started banging little shorty while started courting her when she was like 17, 18, and he was like 36. So it's like, here she is getting ready to turn 18, and here he is about to be whatever age, 36 or whatever, and there's this big gap. And she marries him young and she has a bunch of kids with him young, but now she's entering her mid 30s and he's entering his, 40s or 50s or whatever. And she's unhappy. She's unhappy because he thought that he was going to be able to control her forever. And that's what some of it is. It's control. Well, listen, I'm older than you. I got the money. You're going to do what I tell you to do. And if you don't want to do what I tell you to do, you can go. And then you'll have nothing. I'm not even going to let you have the kids. It's a control thing. And that shit is scary when you in your 20s and you're in your teens and you're in your 20s, your early 20s, and unknowingly made yourself completely dependent on somebody else. And you realize that you've been being controlled. You lash out. You do things that you wouldn't have done any other time. You start doing stupid stuff. You start emotionally connecting with somebody else who understands you. You start, you might go back to school and realize how much you missed out on when you go back to school, because now you hanging around people that's in your age bracket and you like, dang, I ain't never do that. I was having a baby at that point, or no, I ain't never, done this or seen that or gone here, because I'm a wife, I'm a husband. I was having children when you was out doing that. Listen. And it becomes so appealing, and the temptation kicks in, y'all. So I don't know. I just think it's a control thing. I think it's a convenience thing. I'm not saying that that's all people. Okay? So please don't be offended, anybody out there. I'm just saying for the mass majority, maybe not the mass, but for a lot of people, it is a control thing. You can't control somebody that's your age, but you can definitely dangle money, cars, and whatever over somebody and make them feel like if they walk away, they will never have nothing at all. That's all I'm saying. So y'all tell me how y'all feel. How do you feel about significant age gaps in relationships? If you're in a relationship, I'd love to hear your point of view down in the comments. Let me know. Like, are you 25 and your husband's 63? How's that working out for you guys? Like, not sarcastic or nothing, like dead ass. Like, how is that working? How do you find common ground to not feel any resentment or just feel any type of way? Because listen, love is not enough. That's another conversation for another day. But I'm telling you guys, love is not enough. There needs to be so much more substance than love. I love potato chips, but potato chips ain't good for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be some more substance than I love him, I love her. Okay, what else? Like, what do they